Hey everyone, and welcome back to the AI Tech channel. Today, we're diving into a potentially huge shift in the AI landscape. DeepSeek, the company making waves with its AI models, has just dropped a bomb, a supposedly incredibly cost-effective AI model. The claim is that the money spent on training the model is significantly lower than most of their competitors, and that has the potential to change everything. But the question on everyone's mind is this good news or bad news for companies like Broadcom? Stick around, because we're about to break it all down. Now, the initial reaction to this news was, well, let's just say the market wasn't thrilled. Broadcom's stock, along with other semiconductor stocks, took a bit of a tumble. The immediate fear was that if DeepSeek can achieve similar results with less spending on AI infrastructure, then demand for expensive hardware components might decrease. Investors panicked, thinking Broadcom, which is a major player in custom AI processors, might see a drop in revenue. But hold on a second. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. This is where the butterfly effect comes in. The idea that a small change in one state of a deterministic nonlinear system can result in large differences in a later state. DeepSeek's focus on cost efficiency could actually increase demand for Broadcom's custom AI processors, or ASICs. Think about it. If other companies see DeepSeek's success and want to replicate it, they'll be looking for ways to develop cheaper, more task-specific AI hardware. And who's a major player in that game? Broadcom. This is where the opportunity lies. It's like everyone thought the storm was coming, but it might actually be the perfect weather for Broadcom to grow. This dip in Broadcom's stock price, in my opinion, presents a potentially fantastic buying opportunity. Right now, Broadcom's forward earnings multiple is getting closer to the Nasdaq 100 average. This means the stock is becoming more reasonably priced. This isn't investment advice, of course, do your own research, but the numbers are starting to look pretty darn good. It's like finding a vintage car at a garage sale. You just know it's worth more than what they're asking. But the impact doesn't stop with Broadcom. This whole DeepSeek situation puts significant pressure on NVIDIA, the king of AI GPUs. Companies are constantly searching for alternatives to NVIDIA's often very expensive GPUs. DeepSeek's success could accelerate the trend towards custom ASICs, benefiting companies like Broadcom and others who specialize in this area. It's like suddenly everyone realizes there's more than one way to climb the mountain, and NVIDIA's path isn't the only one anymore. Now, with Broadcom potentially seeing increased demand, we could also see increased competition in the custom ASIC design market. More players might jump in, leading to innovation and, potentially, price wars. This is a good thing for the consumer, but Broadcom will need to stay on its toes to maintain its competitive edge. Think of it like the space race. Everyone wants to be the first to the moon, and that competition drives innovation. And speaking of competition, let's not forget the major cloud providers. Amazon, Meta, and others are already developing their own AI chips. DeepSeek's success could give them even more incentive to invest in this area, leading to greater vertical integration and reduced reliance on traditional chip makers. It's like the big guys are saying, we can do this ourselves. And that could shake things up quite a bit. Another crucial aspect is the impact on open-source large language models, or LLMs. DeepSeek's open-source model is putting pressure on other companies to develop similar models. This will likely lead to a surge in the number of open-source LLMs, fueling even more innovation in the field. Imagine a world where AI technology is readily available to everyone, not just the big corporations. That's the potential we're talking about here. This brings us to the big picture, the democratization of AI. Cost-effective AI models like DeepSeek's, combined with cheaper hardware solutions, are lowering the barrier to entry for AI development. This could empower smaller companies, research institutions, and even individual developers to participate in the AI revolution. It's like giving everyone a seat at the table, not just the select few. More affordable AI solutions could drive adoption in a wider range of industries, including education, healthcare, and manufacturing. Imagine AI-powered tools that personalize learning experiences, diagnose diseases more accurately, or optimize manufacturing processes. The possibilities are truly endless. It's like unleashing a wave of innovation that transforms every aspect of our lives. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, job displacement. While AI adoption could lead to job losses in some sectors, it's also likely to create new jobs in areas like AI development, maintenance, and data science. The key is to prepare for these changes and invest in education and training programs that equip people with the skills they need to thrive in the AI-powered economy. It's not about fearing the future, it's about preparing for it. And finally, let's talk about the geopolitical implications. DeepSeek's success demonstrates China's growing capabilities in AI, potentially shifting the balance of power in the global tech landscape. This could lead to increased competition and investment in AI research and development in other countries, particularly in the US and Europe. The US might even consider easing off sanctions to allow companies to access the best AI models. This is a global race, and everyone wants to be at the front of the pack. Of course, the increased accessibility of AI also raises ethical concerns. We need to be mindful of bias in algorithms, privacy violations, and the potential for misuse of AI technology. As we embrace the power of AI, we must also ensure that it's used responsibly and ethically. It's about building a future where AI benefits all of humanity, not just a select few. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about some of the risks involved. Remember that claim about DeepSeek only spending $6 million to train their model? Well, that's being debated. If it's not true, it could mislead investors about the real cost of AI development, and that can impact investment decisions in companies like Broadcom. It's crucial to verify these claims before jumping on the bandwagon. DeepSeek uses something called distillation. It's a way to make AI models smaller and faster, but relying too much on this distillation method could lead to a decline in the model's performance over time. It's like watering down a great wine. Eventually, you lose the flavor. Now, ASICs are great for specific tasks, but AI is evolving rapidly. If the models start needing more flexible, adaptable architectures, then the very specialized nature of ASICs could become a problem for Broadcom. They might get stuck with hardware that's not as useful in the long run. It's like investing in a typewriter when everyone's switching to computers. The AI chip market is a dog-eat-dog world. Sure, Broadcom is benefiting from the shift towards custom ASICs right now, but other companies could develop even better technologies or totally different solutions that steal Broadcom's market share. It's a constant battle for dominance. Broadcom has some big customers, 3 of the biggest hyperscale cloud companies. That's great, but it also means they're really dependent on those few clients. If one of them switches to a different supplier or just reduces their demand, it could seriously hurt Broadcom's bottom line. It's like putting all your eggs in one very fragile basket. We talked about Broadcom's stock looking good compared to the Nasdaq 100, but that's a relative valuation. If the whole market crashes, Broadcom's stock could still fall, even if it's relatively attractive. Don't think you're immune just because the numbers look good compared to something else. Remember how the market freaked out when the DeepSeek news first broke? That shows you the market's volatility. Any news, breakthrough, or even a new regulation could send Broadcom's stock price on a wild ride. Be prepared for some ups and downs, folks. Let's not forget the ethical side of things. If DeepSeek or Broadcom's AI models are trained on biased data, then they could end up making biased decisions. This could reinforce existing inequalities in society, and that's something we need to be very careful about. We need to ensure fairness and equity in AI development. Finally, the push for cheaper AI solutions could lead to job losses as companies automate tasks. We need to think about how to help those workers transition to new roles and ensure that everyone benefits from the AI revolution. It's not just about making technology cheaper, it's about making society better. Now, I saw another headline promising a 335% increase and a $1 trillion valuation for some AI stock. That sounds amazing, right? But be really careful with those kinds of predictions. They're often based on super optimistic assumptions that might not come true. Always do your own research and don't just blindly follow what some analyst says. So, what's the takeaway here? First, double-check everything you read. Don't just take my word for it or anyone else's. Second, do your homework on DeepSeek and Broadcom. Look at their finances, their competition, and their management teams. And finally, understand your own risk tolerance. The AI market is still new and volatile, so be prepared for potential losses. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but a long-term game. In conclusion, DeepSeek's breakthrough has the potential to reshape the entire AI landscape. It's driving innovation in hardware and software, democratizing access to AI, and raising important ethical questions. While the initial reaction might have been negative for companies like Broadcom, it could ultimately create new opportunities for those who can adapt to the changing dynamics of the AI market. So, keep an eye on this space, do your research, and be prepared for a wild ride. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.